How's everyone doing? I got a few minutes before I got to teach my online class. Got my mail-in ballot here for Middlesex County. I've been voting by mail for about 5 years, and I always make some silly mistakes. So I'm just going to go over the mail-in ballot and show you how to fill it out and how to put it away and send it off. So this is what it looks like when it comes in the mail. I blocked off my address and other identifying information. It's a pretty big envelope, you can't miss it. So what you do is you just open it up. Pull everything out. You have an important notice. You have your official ballot, and you have the return envelope. The return envelope is very tricky. So, once again, I blocked off my name. You're gonna need a pen. There's some quick tips. Fill out the ballot. Use black ink to ensure that the scanner can read your vote. Let's see what color this is. Black ink, good. Fill in the oval to the right of your choice. To vote for a candidate who's not on the ballot, fill in the oval under the personal choice column and clearly print the name of the candidate. Flip your ballot to vote for school board candidates if applicable and public questions. Insert into the certification envelope. Place the ballot in the yellow envelope and seal using a glue stick or wet sponge. Sign the certificate of mail-in voter by the red X. Do not detach it from the envelope. If someone assists you in completing your ballot, they must complete the bottom portion. Candidates cannot be assisters. This is the tricky part. It sounds simple, but you can mess it up, and you know what? If you mess it up this election and they don't count your vote, that's not good. So insert into the return envelope. Place the certification envelope in the green postage paid return envelope. Make sure your address appears in the window. That is the tricky part. There's this little window. Put your address in it. If someone mails or delivers your ballot for you, they must complete the bearer portion in front of you before the ballot leaves your possession. Candidates may not serve as bearers. No person is permitted to serve as a bearer for more than 3 voters in an election. And then return your ballot. Complete ballots may be mailed, submitted in a secure vote by mail drop box, delivered in person to the Middlesex County Board of Elections, or you may deliver your own ballot to your assigned polling location. Ballots delivered by mail must be postmarked on or before Election Day. Ballots are returned in person or submitted to Dropbox must be delivered by 8 p.m. on Election Day. If delivered in person to the Board of Elections, you or the bearer must present ID when surrendering the ballot. And then it's just in different languages. So we don't need that. So for this election, we have president and vice president. So there's the Democrat, Joseph Biden, and his vice president, Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, who's the current president, and Mike Pence, who's the vice president. For the senator on the Democratic side, we have Cory Booker. And then we have Rick Mehta for the Republican side. For the House of Representatives, we have Frank Pallone Jr. and then Christian Onuha for the Republicans. County Clerk, we have Nancy J. Pinkin, Democrat, versus Joseph Woloch, Republican. And then the members of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, Charles Tamara and Leslie Copel for the Democrats, and John M. Maskelyne and Andrew Politi for the Republican side. Then we have nominations by petitions. Those are usually your third party votes. So this is for my town of Edison in Middlesex County. these are going to be different for you, but the president is going to be the same. So if you're in a different state, you're obviously going to have a different senator, different House of Rep. If you're in a different, county, it's going to be different county clerk and county freeholder. And you're also going to have a different member of the Board of Education. So there's nominations. And this really doesn't matter to you because everyone's going to have different people for their town. So for me, I'd have to figure out who Christo Markopoulos is and all these other people, Clifton Prescott. You have to do all your research for these little Board of Education, the mayor, all those other elections. And then for New Jersey, there's 3 public questions. So the most important question this year is going to be state public question number 1, and it's a constitutional amendment to legalize marijuana use for adults in the state of New Jersey. So this would make it illegal to arrest people in New Jersey for consuming and having marijuana. There's also another question about property tax deduction and exemption for peacetime veterans. And then there's a third question, a constitutional amendment to change legislative redistricting schedule if census data is delayed. So if they don't get the census data, they're not going to redistrict any place. So I signed it. I filled in all the bubbles and folded it so you can't see my votes. And I signed the envelope. I just don't want you to see my signature. So we just put this piece of paper in this yellow envelope. And then we're going to seal this with a wet sponge. So it's sealed. So it's sealed. Just gonna put it in the envelope. Make sure that it's in the window, and then we're gonna seal the envelope with a wet sponge again. This actually has tape. That's how you do your vote by mail.